How do we get after the thing that he says pleases him the most? And it is maturity. And so we come to this book of James, little bitty book in the Bible that is more than any other book about conduct. What are we supposed to be doing? If this grace from God frees us, what's it free us to do? What's the opportunity that we have? And so we have this little book of James that more than any others about conduct. Paul teaches us about faith. Peter talks about hope. John, more than anybody, kind of shows us how to love. But James tells us how to act. Some of the books of the Bible are written to specific churches that were wrestling with specific issues. But James was meant to be like when you're watching Lord of the Rings and they light the fires on top of the mountain. It's so that I can see it over there and I can light mine and you can see it over there and we can know what's going on. That it's universal, that this applies to all of us. And so there's this collective breath to these words. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you fall into trials of many kinds. Universal. Who gets to escape? Nobody. We can pretend, and we certainly can work hard to minimize, but this is arms wrapped around all of us. So consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature, completed, and not lacking in anything. So trials. I wrote in my email this week that trials are the Christian life version of being double teamed. Nobody ever likes to be double teamed. I mean, that's your reward for being good. And especially when you're a kid, you're like, what's going on? And you get mad. And it's hard to experience it, and it's hard to watch it, and it's really hard to coach it. So how does God coach being double teamed? He says that you need to know a couple things. Trials are different than temptations. Temptations are internal. Trials happen. We just walk into them, or they fall upon us, or they chase us down and jump on top of us. But it's different than temptation. The Bible deals with temptation in other places. Certainly, trials are not punishment. It's not God saying, see. And sometimes it feels like that might be what's going on. But we know better. It's not God punishing us. It's not his heart to do that. And trials are not a test by a lazy teacher. You know, you have those lazy teachers who give you the tests like mimeographed out of some book somewhere, and all they do is prove what you don't know. And you're going, you didn't tell us to study that. You told us to study this. I know all of these things, and none of them were on the test. Ever feel that way? You ever feel that way now? I do. I know all these things, God. How come it's not helping? So this is not a lazy teacher. This is a good teacher. And what a good teacher does is test what we do know.